Y'all have not been looking on Twitter, have you? Please stay away. It's a dumpster fire right now. The drama! There's a lot of stuff going on. I try to stay out of it. The more I stay in my lane, the better. That's right. It's so big that people that are not VTubers know about it. It's huge. Everybody's talking about it. There's not a lot I can say that hasn't already been said beyond like my personal views and my opinions on like doing business, which we talk about that a little too much, I think. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really watch any of those people involved. Some people that I do watch or I have been associated with are making their thoughts known, and some of that is a bit disappointing. Surprisingly, some of the things I've seen have made me raise my eyebrows, but for the most part, there's a consensus, and I'm okay with it. As someone who claims to not be a villain, but is very villainous coded, me, Chizu Koyote, who often, has imposter syndrome, brainworms, and considers myself an actual f***ing villain, and people argue with me about it all the time. I don't know. It's not surprising that this sort of stuff happens. Right? It's not hard to be a good person, but it's also not hard to be misunderstood. But there's a difference between being misunderstood and just being a shithead. I mean, I am more disappointed about other things that are going on. I'm more disappointed in separation between a creator and an organization. I don't really care about the stuff that's really, really popular to talk about right now because it doesn't really affect me. I'm pretty good at this point of reading people, right? It takes a long time to really get to know somebody and to be friends. And along the way, you're probably going to find out what kind of person those people are. Right? When they let their guard down, when they start saying certain things, when they start doing certain things. It seems VTubing evolved into the new celebrity gossip. No, it's always been this way. 2020 was like this. 2021 was like this. Like, don't let anyone convince you that this is a new thing. This sort of behavior has happened, will continue to happen, and it's not specific to VTubing. VTubing has always been like this. Streaming in general has always been like this. Any sort of creative work where a bunch of creative people feel the need to be competitive, there's going to be people that take that to a very nefarious place, right? You can be competitive without being a heathen, without being heinous, without being rude, without hurting people, without throwing people under the bus, without lifting the ladder up. Like, you can be a good, supportive person and still be competitive. It is possible. I've seen lots of people do it. I've seen lots of people succeed this way. I don't know everything that happens behind the scenes with other people. I just know what I've seen behind the scenes. Stuff happens. And people will say, oh, this is like high school behavior, right? People do say, oh, they're acting like they're in high school. The thing about high school is it's a population. Any community is a population. And something that you might see in a greater scale is going to happen as a microcosm inside of a school. The way the kids, the popular kids, the cliques and all that stuff that appear in high schools, that happens everywhere. That doesn't stop once you leave high school. Grown-ass adults. And that's another thing. I keep seeing a bunch of people trying to use this stuff that's going on to be like, oh, I'm 35 plus. I don't have time to do this sort of stuff. I don't have time to play these kinds of games. Just because someone is approaching 40 or 40 plus does not make them suddenly incapable of being a shady, sketchy person. I have been on the receiving end of similar things that the current big talking points are about. I've been on the receiving end of that from people that were close to or in their 40s. Okay? That age doesn't matter. And sure, we can have the conversation of, oh, well, hurt people, or, insecure people do this, and I hope that they get better. I hope that they feel better. I hope that they become better people and they grow, whatever. That's all well and good, but at the same time, you still have to be, holding people accountable, See, I have a lot of ambition myself, and I have made some really hard decisions in the last year in order to pursue those ambitions seriously, right? Because I'm only one person, and that means I only have so much water in my bucket. And I talk about, your relationships are a garden, and if somebody's not watering your garden, but you're watering their garden all the time, and they never refill your bucket, guess what? You don't have any water for yourself. and the quality of all the relationships you have decline because of the attention you're giving to people that aren't giving it back. And whenever I bring this up, like in a more personal setting, like a more comfortable setting with like a group of people, and it's not like just me talking to you guys like this, somebody will inevitably bring up a thing like it's a gotcha. They'll be like, oh, well, I don't have friendship decay. And it always feels like they're saying that like it's a moral high ground. I don't have friendship decay, so I'm better than you. I don't have friendship decay, so it doesn't matter if you water my garden. No, it does still. There are plenty of people that if they messaged me and I haven't talked to them in years, we would still talk like it was the same as always. But I'm not gonna go on out on a limb if I've been doing it for a while and not getting any energy back. And some people will say, oh, that's transactional. And I don't think that's right either. It's not the same thing. It's like, I bought you dinner last week, so you owe me. Like, no, that's stupid. And also, people need to understand the difference between colleagues and friends and networking acquaintances and things like that, right? It's okay to be friendly, but there's a difference between being friendly and being friends.